Hello, everyone, and welcome to Amani's Lightwork Keys to Akasha section of my channel. For those of you who are new or you're just visiting, welcome to Amani's Lightwork. For those of you who have been here from the beginning of time, I truly appreciate your continuous love and support. Okay, so before I go into what case I will be covering today, I just want to say that these readings are solely based on channeling and interpretation, which means that I am using my ability and the help of spirit to get the cases done. Okay, and also if you do have an inquiry about this section of my channel, please feel free to email me at ifadivination777@gmail.com or send me a direct message to my IG at amaniife777. Okay, so this is a requested case. A lot of you know this case already. I believe it's a lot of people on here on the YouTube platform at least have covered this, but I did get a private request to cover Kenneka Jenkins' case. Okay, so Kenneka Jenkins, I believe she was a Gemini born May 27, 1998. She was found dead inside of a latch freezer of the Crown Plaza Chicago O'Hare Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois, after attending a party with supposed friends. Okay, so of course, same protocol. Usually, when I cover these cases, I usually, well, recently I've been trying to keep the commentary, I try to keep it turned off. But if you do have questions, comments, or concerns about this case, once it is completed, you could feel free to send me an email of some kind or a message on my IG, etc. Okay, so yes, so I want to begin with her case to see what details that we can get. Maybe there's details that I can gather that other people have not gotten. We'll see what shows up in her reading. Okay. All right, Kenneka. All right. She passed. So I believe that date September 10th, 2017. So which is making it about 3 years ago now. Okay. Took me a while to just, I literally, usually before I do these cases, I literally just sit there. I literally just sit for like at least a half an hour just in a meditative state before I do these kinds of cases, just to get my mind right at least. Okay. Okay. I was getting something about smoking. She may have been smoking, she may have been drinking, the wrong company. I mean, the case was that she was at a party with friends, so somehow, but they didn't help her either. So when I said that, they didn't help her. Like there's this feeling of somebody wasn't really helpful, but I get a guy that she liked wasn't really helpful to her. Like they may have saw that I don't know, they may have been on looker to her drinking and smoking, but they didn't care also. So when I said somebody didn't care, she may have been smoking and drinking too much. Whatever it is that she was doing, but let's see what's going on. Okay, so 10 card shuffle, yes. The King of Pentacles energy is underneath. This would typically be the sign of Taurus, but it could be whatever earth sign male. But that's a friend. So when I said whatever earth sign male, this is a friend. So it could be Capricorn male, Virgo male is predominantly Taurus. So literally could be a Taurus element that was here. But they gave out the invitation, or they could be, this person could have been responsible for giving out the invitation to the party at the hotel. It just depends. But mother told her not to go. So when I said that, the mother told her not to go. The mother told her not to accept an invitation by this person, but they were persistent. So when I said that, this energy that she's saying is a friend, one of these elements here is showing up like a friend. They were persistent with her. So what's going on here is that she could have been in a situation where she could have pulled her mother aside to have a conversation. Hey, this is my friend that's here. He's invited me to this, that, and a third party with these people. But mother was aware. I get this feeling of a mother being aware their intentions. So her mother may have been aware of some type of hidden intention that one of these elements had. So it's either a friend that she had that the mother knew, or it's just a friend that met at the party. It's just someone that she met at the party. So I don't know if this is something. I don't know if this is someone that she ran by. Okay, I don't know if this is someone that she ran it by her mother's attention but I keep getting aware of invitation. The mother was aware of the invitation by this person. So she in particular may have said, hey mom, this guy, my friend, he's going to invite me to this, that, and the third place. He's going to invite me to the hotel, but thought that she shouldn't have went. So when I said that, the mother was thinking that she shouldn't have went because she's running it by the mom. The mother's aware of this person, or she's making the mother aware of this person because of the invitation. So the mother's like, I don't think you should go. I get without her. So when I said I don't think you should go, the spirit also said, I don't think you should go without her. So I don't know if this could be another girlfriend that she had, like a girl that's a friend. There's that mother preferred to be with her or something. She had like a friend that like a female friend that the mother knew, but that particular friend either may not have accepted the invitation that she received from this person, or the friend turned down some type of invitation. She had some other type of friend that the mother preferred her to go to the party with, or the mother preferred her. I get a lookout kind of feeling. She had a friend attached to her that the mother liked, and that the mother preferred her to spend time with rather than this person. But that particular friend that the spirit is saying is a female, that particular friend didn't go to the party, but aware of something also. That the other friend that didn't go to the party, they were aware of something, or they were aware of some type of plan, or they were aware of this person's intentions. So it just depends on what's going on. So what it feels like as a foundational energy, what it feels like is that she's receiving this invitation by this person to go to a party, but then she's got another female friend. I keep in that didn't go. She's got like some separate female. I mean, yes, there were females at the party, but there's a separate female that the news may not have talked about, or that they may have kept out of the news eye, whatever it is. This separate friend may have turned down the invitation that she received to go to the party. But that particular female friend, the mother knew that friend. So the mother could have had a conversation, but the spirit also said that friend, that one particular friend, was aware of some type of shady motive that was going to happen to her at the party. It just depends on what's going on. But for some reason, the mother liked that friend, but that friend didn't go. Or that separate female friend just knew about this person's invitation, and she herself, that separate friend, she herself just knew about this person by themselves, their motive. It just depends on what's going on, and the mother could have had to have a conversation with that person after the fact. The starting point has the Eight of Cups energy. So Eight of Cups is water sign. I don't know if usually when I see cups, I think about family. I think about, I get what mother said also. So the Eight of Cups is also what her mother said. It's what her mother said. It's what her mother told her not to do. It's what her mother told her not to do, but late. So the mother told her not to. The mother told her not to go out late. The mother told her like, come back at a certain time. The mother could have also said come back at a certain time, but they didn't tell her that. So the Eight of Cups energy, they didn't tell her that. Something's interesting about that. That they didn't tell her that. The cups also represent friends. So this is the they didn't tell her that. The day didn't tell her that. I guess some of the phone call and like I don't know, she had her own phone, like a cell phone or something, or like another friend may have had a cell phone. Just depends on the energy that's coming. Something's going on here with. I had a hotel call. Something could be going on here also with the what do you call it? Like something like like a hotel call. Like she could have been out late, but promised her mother that she would come back at a certain time. So she could have been out late, but she promised her mother that she would be back at a certain time, but what's happening with this is that someone's also going here with a secretive phone call. Somebody could have made a secretive phone call, or the secretive phone call could also be coming from her mother, was because the mother could have called the front desk of the hotel to send. This is interesting. The mother could have secretively called the front desk of the hotel to call. Okay, the person that the mother is calling at the front desk of the hotel, they something is going on with them where that person asked to do something specific. So when I said that person was asked to do something specific, but what that person that worked at the hotel front desk, what that person was asked to do was to call the phone of the room that the party was taking place in, but they didn't do that. So the Eight of Cups energy, someone didn't do that. So this is like, before I move any further, this is a situation here with the Eight of Cups energy is that the mother, she's at the party, she's out late, but she's promising the mother that she will be back at a certain time. But what's happening, either she herself promised to call the mother and tell the mother, okay, I'm going to be on my way soon, but that didn't happen. That also didn't happen. But there's another scenario here where somebody made a call to the hotel front desk. Someone made a phone call to the hotel front desk to tell someone at the hotel front desk to call the room that she was in the party with. They didn't do. So every time I say that, they didn't do. So this could be the mother calling. That could have been the mother to the mother. The idea of the mother calling. The idea of the mother calling is to send for her child to come home early, because she herself could have she could have let the time get ahead of her with the Eight of Cups energy, and she's like, oh shoot, I told my mother I was gonna be back at this time, so the mother is not receiving a call that's why I said specific time. The mother isn't receiving a call at a specific time from her, so the mother is taking it upon herself to try to call the front desk of the hotel, but they're not complying. So when I said that somebody at the hotel front desk, they were not complying with the mom, and the mother's getting on the phone with them. Can you tell my daughter I don't remember the name, I don't remember the number of the room. Can you call that room? Can you call the room that my daughter is in the party? But they didn't know who she was. So when I said that, either the mother called and they didn't know who the mother was. They didn't know who the mother was, or the mother called, but gave them, this is interesting, the mother called and the mother is trying to give them, whoever she's interacting with at the front desk of the hotel, the mother's trying to give them a precise, intricately detailed not an explanation, what would you call that? She's trying to describe the physical attributes. I keep it in front desk. The mother's trying to describe her daughter's physical attributes to the people at the front desk, and they were acting confused or didn't understand who she was looking for. So the Eight of Cups, somebody at the front desk the mother was interacting with, they were trying to act like they didn't understand. They didn't understand the description that the mother was giving of her. So I don't know if this is something that I feel like this is before. Like I don't feel like, because the way I do these readings is literally in chronological order from the beginning to what happened at the very end. I feel like this is a call that the mother tried to make to the hotel once she arrived, or she promised the mother that she would be back at a certain time. She would call at a certain time, and she didn't. So the mother is taking it upon upon herself, let me call and give them a description of my child so that I can know, so that they could go find my child in the room, but pretending not to understand. Like, there's this feeling here where someone was pretending not to understand what the mother was asking for. It just depends on the energy that is coming through there. That's interesting. The Four of Cups energy is in the waiting position. So I get voice. The Four of Cups energy is also voice, like voice communication that the mother was giving, but what she was told. That's why I said what she was told to her herself, what she was told, but misinterpreted. So the Four of Cups with the Eight of Cups, something was misinterpreted to her. Something was misinterpreted. Something was misinterpreted. On purpose. Something was misinterpreted to her on purpose, but it has something to do with the mother calling. It has something to do with the mother calling, but I also get a friend. It has something to do with the mother calling, but it also has something to do with the friend. But it's drawing me back to front desk. So there's a lot of water that's coming through. So this is the water. All these cups energy pretty much would symbolize some type of interaction that she also had with a friend, but interacted with someone at front desk. So a friend that she had interacted with someone at the front desk, and that particular friend that was given details. That particular friend. Oh, I see what's happening here. I see what's going on here. Oh, this is a lot of information. There's a situation here where she's at the party, she's in the room, but what's happening here? Friend got sent out. So when I said that, of one of those friends that she was with, they got sent out. So somebody at the front desk, aware mom called. Somebody at the front desk was, or a friend that she was in the room with, they were aware that her mother was calling, but didn't tell her. So when I said that, they didn't tell her that her mother was calling for her. So, but got drunk. The cups, all these cups energy also symbolize that she may have been drinking, but what the friend was slipped out. The friend slipped out of the room to, somebody at the front desk. The mom was calling the front desk. So one of her friends, they took the call. One of her friends took the call out of the room. So they're going out of the room. They're going out of the room to go have a conversation. They're going out of the room to have a conversation with someone. They're leaving the room that the party's in. That friend is leaving the room that the party is in to go take the call from the front desk that the mother was making. The friend got on the phone with mother. So the friend could have ended up getting on the phone with the mom at some point. Somebody got on the phone with the mom and told the mother she's fine. Told the mother that she was okay. Told the mother that that's why I said the friend slipped out the room. This could be a situation here where if this isn't only front desk kind of situation, I don't know, she could have had her own, her own, her own phone that she had with her, but somebody also could have went in. That happened 2 different times. Somebody also could have went in to her private. I don't know if she had a cell phone. She used somebody's cell phone. Someone could have went into her phone and called her mother and said, I had pretended to be her. Somebody could have called her. Somebody could have used her cell phone also to call her mother, pretending to be her, so that she would say that she was okay, or something like that. Something like that also happened with a front desk and a friend. Something like that also happened. Something like that also happened between a friend that was in the room with her and someone that worked at the front desk. They lied. So when I said that, somebody there lied. Somebody's get on the phone with her mother, used her phone. If she had a phone, used her phone or a front desk phone, got in contact with the mom, vice versa, told the mother that she was okay, but pretended to be me. So the Four of Cups energy, somebody pretended to be her. Somebody got on the phone, whatever kind of phone, her own phone, or this is like a hotel security phone, some type of phone, or front desk phone, and somebody at the front desk could be in. I get morphing her voice, or trying. That's why I said voice, morphing her voice, or pretending to be her on the phone. But friend asks. So when I said that, the friend asks somebody at the front desk to do that. or another friend asks another friend to use her phone to do that, or somebody at the front desk I keep getting, every time I say that, to morph her voice. Like they morphed her voice, like someone at the what do you call it, morphing her voice, in the sense where, like, morphing it, like, she, what do you call it, morphing it would be somebody mimicking her voice. So somebody mimicking, I guess, so they want to get caught, somebody mimicking her voice, so that somebody else in the party gonna get caught, like another friend. But I said a dude, so another friend, like a dude. It could be the King of Pentacles energy that's underneath, so like a dude, so that they wouldn't get caught. So if a dude ended up doing that. If a dude ended up doing that, morph her voice. If a dude ended up doing that also, they took her phone, or they used a hotel phone to get on the phone with her mother. But when they could have went in her phone, but phone wasn't locked, so somebody could have went into her phone, or some type of phone situation went into some type of phone that someone was using and wasn't locked. So they were able to go in it and get her mother. Somebody was able to, I don't know what they did, break it, whatever, break it in the sense where jail break it to get it, whatever it is that they did to get her number, or they did that. They did that with what do you call it? They did that with, I keep getting friend. I'm touching the Four of Cups. This could have been a friend that knew her mother's number as well. Or a friend that what do you call it, or a friend that a close connection, a friend that just had some type of interesting close connection with between her and her mother. But somebody, if this is a dude, if one of these elements is also a guy, they're morphing her, they're doing something where they're morphing her voice, so that I get tag team with that. Somebody end up tag teaming to morph her voice to to like mislead the mother. So that happened with her. That either happened with her own phone. I feel like it happened more than one time. I feel like it happened with her phone, also front desk. It happened with her phone, somebody's phone, and and also some type of communication that came with that came with utilizing someone that was at the front desk. Ask somebody to get on the phone, call the mom back, and get on the phone, call the mom back, and say that I'm okay, with meaning her. But it's them that is I had a guy and a girl. It's a guy and a girl that it's a guy and a girl that communicated with her mother in that sense to say that she was okay. But they didn't know how I sounded. So the Four of Cups, Eight of Cups, they didn't know how I sounded. How were they able to morph my voice in that way to mislead my mother? How were they able to morph my voice in that way? That's why I said the confusion. That's why I said there's that element of confusion why she didn't answer. There was that element of confusion into why she didn't answer. Into why she wasn't answering the phone. It's why she wasn't answering someone. Why she wasn't answering her mother. There was that confusion. That there was a space of time where she was really close to talking to mom. So there was a space of time during the party where she, at some point, she was really close to talking to the mom. Somebody called. She got some type of communication by the mother, but didn't get to talk to. She was getting some type of communication by the mom at some point, but she didn't get to talk to the mom. Somebody took her phone, or they did something with the front desk with the mother's number and her phone, and they made, voice recordings. They also made voice recordings there. They made some type of voice recording. Or they tag team. The spirit said a guy and a girl. It could be between someone at the party and between someone at the front desk. Morph her voice. Did some type of voice recording with her own voice. So the mother, the mother may have ended up really confused there. And why does my daughter, but didn't question. The mother may not have questioned, why does my daughter not sound like my daughter? Why does my daughter sound like this? But it's because two people pretended to be her. Two people got on some type of phone and pretended to be her at some point. It's crazy. the present has the Queen of Wands energy. So Queen of Wands could be Aries females, but they worked at hotels. So one of these Queen of Wands energies, they worked at a hotel. They could also be someone in the party. It could be multiple Queen of Wands. It's Aries females, Sag, Leo females that are here. But what do they do? So when the Queen of Wands energy in the present, what do they do? They could be, but I keep getting voice. So it's something that they did. Something that they did with some type of phone, like what do you call it, like a cell phone, their own cell phone, but sent mother voicemail. So when I said that they sent, somehow they got the mother's number. They sent her mother some type of voicemail of some kind. Like they managed to do that. They managed to do that some way with help of friend. They managed to do that because of some type of help that one of her friends, some type of help that one of Kenneka's friends did with this person, but hotel staff. So when I picked up this card, something's going on there with some type of interaction that one of Kenneka's friends had with a hotel staff. One of these elements is showing up like a hotel staff or a friend of some kind. But I keep getting more voice. Like something's going on with the spirit emphasizing the morphing of the voice. The spirit emphasizing like the morphing of the voice is that someone physically got on the phone with her mother, told her that she was okay. Somebody physically got on the phone with her mother and told her, somehow they got the number. So this is a situation here where it's heavy because it's the fault of the situation. It's a heavy issue. The spirit keeps emphasizing it. It's a heavy issue because it's one of the main faults of the situation here. But what's happening with them, I get drug also. The Queen of Wands energy, something's also going on there, also going on with them with drugs, and they could have responsible for giving. They also could have been responsible for giving her drugs at the party. But I keep getting this feeling that they're like hotel staff. They're like hotel staff. They work in the hotel in constant communication with friend. They were in constant one of these Queen of Wands energy, they were in constant communication with her friend. The friend that asked them to do something. The friend also asked the Queen of Wands energy to do something. Get on the phone. Her mom's gonna call. Can you her mother is gonna, a guy or girl, this energy here given precise instruction. The Queen of Wands energy was given precise instruction by a friend that she had in the party to get on. Her mother's going to call. Her mother's gonna call at 10. Her mother's gonna call at 11. Can you what do you call it? Can you get on the phone and pretend to be Kenneka? But that could have been the instruction, but also drugs. That could have been the instruction, but their instruction that they received also was to issue out drugs. Their instruction also was to give her drugs. Like they ended up giving her some type of drug, they were asked to give her some type of drug at the party. But the spirit was emphasizing that they also worked in a hotel, got on phone. They worked in a hotel, but they also got on the phone. And that could be where, early on in the reading, that could also be where a friend slipped out, communicate with this person. A friend slipped out of the room to communicate with a Queen of Wands energy. So this could be, it keeps telling me hotel worker, but they could also be a friend that was involved. That's why I said there could be multiple of Queen of Wands energies responsible for giving drugs. These Queen of Wands energy responsible for giving drugs. They got on the phone. They were asked by someone to get on the phone with their mother, aware that the mother was going to call, or they called the mother back. They could have been one of those kind of phone that that are able to catch like caller ID front desk. They were able to catch caller ID and those kind of things. What kind of hotel phone it was, but they were able to catch caller ID and call the mother back. And I also complain. So they also did that, but they also ended up complaining there as well. They could have ended up complaining. But that's why they gave her the drugs. So they were complaining. But that's also why they gave her the drugs. They gave her some type of drug. It's in some type of situation, but brought something to room. So the Queen of Wands energy brought something back to the room, or they brought something to the room, or somebody that was in the party found them that had drugs on them. Somebody in the party, somebody like one of her friends in the party. They contacted her, found her in the hallway. They found Queen of Wands energy in the hallway, pulled her to the side. Do you have drugs on you? But she was dusty, so the Queen of Wands energy, Kenneka is saying that this element was dusty. They could have been a what do you call it? They could have been like a hotel worker, but sketchy. They could have been a really sketchy hotel worker, really sketchy. They could have been someone that was staying in the room. They could have been cleaning the room next to her. I keep getting had drugs on them. Like they were cleaning or they were doing something. They worked in a hotel, one of these elements, and they just happened to have drugs and whatever it is they had on them. So one of her friends was devious, found this person in the hallway, asked this person to call the mother back, morph her voice, and then give her drugs. Morph her voice on the phone, and then we can work out the plan where we're gonna give her the drugs after the fact. But something ended up working with that kind of plan that a friend had along with the Queen of Wands, but she should get fired. The Queen of Wands energy, they may still work somewhere. The Queen of Wands energy may still work somewhere, and they may still work somewhere, but only on certain days. They may still work somewhere, but it's only on certain days that they work. So they're a front desk person that played along with her friend. They're a front desk person that got on the phone with her mother and pretended to be her, and that's crazy. So the plan but she was faded. The spirit is saying she was faded out. Kenneka was quite faded, but what's happening with it is that the only reason they orchestrated some type of plan where the leaving early. The idea of her didn't get to do, the leaving early she didn't get to do because of this person. She didn't get to do because of this person, but it's only because of a call. The reason why she didn't get to leave was because of some type of shadiness between someone in the party and the Queen of Wands energy that work at the front desk. She probably wasn't, she may have just been drinking and having a good time regular before something really escalated, but wasn't aware of a plan. She wasn't aware of a plan. But what's happening is that if that's why the spirit kept emphasizing it, would have left early. The spirit kept emphasizing that idea is because she herself would have ended up leaving early from the party if someone had only told her. If someone may not have liked her, like somebody could have done something really devious there. But the issue with it is that if they had only told her, hey, your mother's calling you. Your mother found a way to call the hotel, whatever. The mother found a way to call. If they had only told her that the mother called back, if they had only told her also to call the mother back, if they had only told her that the mother was calling, period. But I keep getting faded. She ended up the faded meaning drunk. She could have ended up really drunk. She could have ended up drunk. And the idea of it is that before she got like that, before she managed to get like that, she could have managed to leave early. She could have managed to leave early. She could have managed to have a conversation with the mother. But this person, devious. This person, one of these elements here is devious. So what they did, wanted her distracted also. So the Queen of Wands energy, they wanted her distracted with another drink. Like they wanted her distracted for some reason. They wanted her distracted, but lurked. So when I said they may have been lurking, they may have been lurking around the hotel, whatever it was, they were lurking. Like the spirit said that they lurked in the hallways of the hotel and those kind of things. And gave her ecstasy. Somebody ended up giving her ecstasy, but came into room. Like they could have came into the room and while she was faded, they came into the room. Well, I feel this feeling of them being older. Like older, not friend older, like older, like I don't know if there's an older. I feel like she worked there. I feel like this is a staff, this is the bribe. This was some type of staff person that worked at the hotel that was bribed by another friend, another party goer here, and they're coming there. She's faded from drinking already, but they're coming into the room. Didn't tell her that mother called. They're coming into the room where the party is, but they're not telling her that your mother was calling. Your mother was calling for you at the front desk. Why didn't they tell me? They weren't trying to tell her that. So what's happening is that she's already faded from slipped something to drink. She's already faded from drinking, and they end up slipping something in something that she was drinking. Before she could realize what happened with the phone, before she could even realize also what happened with her phone, what happened with the hotel room phone, what happened with the phone. Somebody's calling her. So her mother's calling her. Somebody's calling her. Come home early. You promised that when you got there. You promised you would call when you got there. She's not calling when she's getting there because she's not doing it because somebody beat her to it. She's not doing it unintentionally because somebody's beating her to it. Somebody's beating her to the phone call that was in the room, the front desk, whatever it is. So what's happening here is that she could have been in a situation herself where she could have called the mother. She could have called the mother. The mother could have missed the call. As simple as that. The mother could have missed the call. The mother could have ended up calling back and ran into this person pretending to be her. Telling her, yeah, Mom, I'm okay, I'm coming. But that was a lie. It's only because somebody morphed her voice and pretended to be her on the phone. So what's happening, they get her, they want her distracted so that they won't realize that she's getting a call from the front desk or the room, whatever it is. They want her distracted or oblivious to the call. So what they do is they're coming into the room drugging. They're coming into the room and they're drugging her, throwing things and ecstasies and mollies and things in her drinks and things of that nature. With the Queen of Wands energy right here in the present. But she's evil. So the Queen of Wands energy is someone's evil about this person. Like she's saying that they still work somewhere. They still work front desk. But nobody thought to question. So when I say that nobody thought to question, I would understand if in terms of investigation, I would understand if somebody pulled this person. I keep getting work at front desk. They work at front desk, whatever it is that shady that they were asked to do. Why were they even asked to do that? It just depends on what's going on. It's interesting. Very interesting. Whew. The Nine of Pentacles energy is in the future there. And the Instincts has the Hangman energy. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles could be the Knight of Pentacles in the future pretty much resides with this Taurus, whatever earth sign male that's here. The Knight of Pentacles, but they came back or they were coming back. So they could have left somewhere for however long they could have left at some point. The Hangman energy is in the Instincts, all right, with the she's using her intuition. The Hangman is pretty much like learning environment. The Hangman has to do with something really interesting but they don't belong here. So when I said something really interesting with her environment, they don't belong in this environment. The Queen of Wands energy, some type of staff, somebody walking around in the hallways that they were invited to the party randomly by someone, but was aware of plan. They were aware of some type of interesting, shady plan, but they were just pulled from the hallway. They were pulled from the front desk, whatever it is that they were doing, but they're older. Like this is like an older woman that was invited into the party to do something really devious to her for some reason. They could have been hooked up by another person. They were hooked up by another person. One of her friends. They were paid whatever it was. But where did they get the money? So they were paid. Where did the Queen of Wands energy get the money, or where did someone else in that was at the party? Where did someone else get the money to even get this person? But I keep getting hotel staff, so it could have something to do. I had safe also. Something could be going on here with like a what do you call that? Like a hotel safe. This could be she had access to. The Queen of Wands energy had access to some type of something's going on with bets and deals and those kind of things. I would imagine that some weird like that would happen. Someone may have been ritualistic about her passing sacrificial. But this Queen of Wands energy, they had some type of interesting access to like a to like a hotel safe of some kind, or this person had like a combination but gave to party goers. The Queen of Wands energy, like they had some type of access to some type of like a hotel safe, and they had a combination to a hotel safe. But I keep getting bets and those kind of things. They could have been doing that. they could have been doing that with her, like they were doing some type of interesting betting with her living, with her passing. They were doing some type of interesting betting with her there. So what's happening with that is that they've got a combination they've got a combination, but to like the hotel safe and things of that nature. But I keep it in bribe, like they may have been bribed to access that safe. They may have been bribed to access a hotel safe, some type of hotel safe. I know hotels, they usually keep money. Of course, they keep money, but the reason for it is that she was given. The reason for it is that this person was also given. But I keep getting front desk. So someone, a part of a bribe, a bribe or bet of some type, someone else that was at the front desk along with this person. Someone else at the front desk, they were given combinations. Someone else at the front desk was also given some type of combination to get into the hotel safe, bet money. So the Queen of Wands energy, something's going on there with bet money. Like bet money. They were doing some type of metaphysical bet with her. Either the bet is between her living or passing, but they're doing it as she's drinking. They're also doing it. They're doing it as she's drinking. But where's the combination? So the Queen of Wands energy, where's the combination? Somebody asked her, somebody else in the party, someone else at the front desk had combination. Someone else at the front desk had combination for Queen of Wands energy to get the money out. But thousands of dollars. They had to take out thousands of dollars from, they had to take out thousands of dollars out of a safe in order to do this kind of betting that they were trying to do, but was heavily into some type of they were heavily into some type of metaphysical betting and ritualistic prosperity rituals and things of that nature, well versed in. The Queen of Wands energy was but where does she come from? They were well versed in it, but the spirit is like, where did she come from? And the Kenneka may have been confused into why they were invited, where they come from. But Kenneka didn't realize that bet on her. They didn't realize that there's multiple people that are this is crazy. This is craziness. This is really out of control. Like they had this plan. They had this planned out to use precisely on her because I keep it didn't like something that was surrounding her. Somebody didn't like, and it could be one of her friends. You know what I mean? But they're man. So one of her friends it could be one of these elements. One of her friends that was a female. It could be a situation here where some friend that she had, not the friend that the spirit was saying from the beginning, they didn't show up to the party. That could be the reason why they didn't show up to the party, because they didn't want to see something, but waited outside. So when I say that they may not have been inside, but once somebody also waited outside when bet was finished. Somebody waited outside. Somebody was lurking or waited outside until some type of betting was finished. Like somebody waited for a bet to be done or her to be done. Somebody waited for a bet to be completed that was on her to be done, and they were outside doing exactly that. One of those elements was outside doing exactly that, waiting for a bet to be done. But I was also getting this element here where this person, they've been asked to take out thousands of dollars. Like they're being asked to take out a precise amount of money to even get a bet to be going, but didn't realize something. So the Hangman energy, she's like, they could have been doing that. The spirit said as she was drinking, they could have been doing something interesting like that as she was drinking, but she didn't realize that she was the product of the bet in some type of interesting way here. She didn't realize that she was the product of the bet. Or they could have made it really they wanted to mislead. They wanted to mislead her. And they could have tried to make it seem like it was, I don't know if they were trying to make it seem like it was on somebody else in the room, but made something obvious. So they made something obvious that they did do with her. But they made that she was so faded. The spirit kept saying faded. She was so faded out that she didn't realize what was happening with this person, why this person was in the room. Orchestrated bet. She didn't understand why this person was in the room. They were responsible for orchestrating a bet. Wow. It's interesting. Wow. The Hermit energy is the sign of Virgo, so that could be a Virgo dude, it could be a Virgo female. The Virgo is right next to the Eight of Cups, but why wouldn't they leave? So the Virgo right next to the Eight of Cups, and why wouldn't they leave? Like, why aren't they leaving? Why didn't they come back? Whatever it is going on with them. You know, something's going on with them not leaving. Like, something's going on with them not leaving. They're somewhere. They're somewhere. I keep getting wasn't using intuition. They're somewhere, but she is like, you know, not using the. You know what? The heavy questioning is what's interesting about this is that what's interesting. I keep getting this feeling of like these are people that are her age that are in the party. Yes. But there's something that's also interesting that's going on here at hotel staff. Something's interesting that's going on with some of the hotel staff that the news say that they may not have said that some of these hotel staff were in the news, and they said or they did not say that some of these they may have gotten questioned. Yes, but they what's going on with that is that the spirit is emphasizing that the way she's asking these kind of questions didn't belong in the room. So the way she's asking the question, one of these elements or both of these elements, they didn't belong in the room. Like they didn't belong in the room. So she's like, why are they here? She's like, why is a Virgo there? Why is a Aries there? Whatever Queen of Wands energy. Why are they in the room? But they're older. So that's what I'm trying to get to. They're older than 19, 18 years old. But they're in the room, join bet. They're in the room because they're being asked to join in on a bet of some type. They're being asked to do that. And she's confused. She's confused and really drunk. She's confused. She's drunk. Possibly she was confused, drunk, high, a concoction of multiple things there. But wasn't told why they were somewhere. So when I said that, she wasn't told why a Virgo was somewhere. She wasn't told why, but they just came in. The Queen of Wands energy just came in. They just came in the room. They just joined themselves to the party. They joined themselves to the party, but they joined themselves. They had a specific, what do you call it? They didn't just join themselves into the party. They were asked to do something specific with her drink. They were asked to do something specific with her drink, whatever she was drinking. They were asked to do something specific with it. Throw something in it, whatever. They were asked to do that precisely. But she's confused. Why is he here? Why is she there? But won money. So when I said that these two elements here, they won money. This could be a Virgo dude. One of these elements are both of them. They won money. They gained money off of the bet of her. They gained money there. They gained money after the fact. They were given money there. However many thousands they use. Somebody may not have cared. It was late. Someone may not have cared. If one of these people, the hotel staff, yes, they would have access to safes that have money in it. So of course they're gonna go in there and they're gonna take out $2,000 or $3,000 to get the bet to be orchestrated and pocket get the bet to be orchestrated and then pocket the money. They could have dispersed it amongst people. They could have dispersed it amongst other party goers. Whatever, but it was a lot. They put in a lot. It was a lot because of Virgo put in a lot. Queen of Wands put in a lot. They could have put in their own money. You know, they could have put in their own money into this. I'm not sure how it works. They could have put in their whole paycheck. Yes, somebody could have bet in their whole paycheck. Somebody bet in there. It sounds crazy, but they do these things, and people are really oblivious to these kind of things and rituals and whatever. But they could have put in or bet in their whole paycheck, but didn't care. They could have bet in their whole paycheck, but they didn't care because it's blood bet. So they're going to receive thousands more than their paycheck would even be worth for this kind of situation. It's crazy, but that's the kind of view that they have of her. That's the kind of view, but how they choose. So that's the kind of view they have of her. But Hangman energy and the instincts, how they decide to choose her. You know, how they decide to choose her to be that. How they choose her to be a sacrifice in that sense, or ritualize her. How they choose her specifically. How they choose her. Whatever, you know. But I also get neighborhood. So the spirit was helping me. Someone's going on with her. Some type of interaction that she had, some type of interaction that mother had, some type of interaction that her mother had. It's helping me understand why she was picked for this. some type of interesting interaction that her mother had with someone in the neighborhood, worked at the hotel. So some type of interconnection between the mom and or like a family friend or something. Somebody that worked in the hotel. Somebody was interconnected to. Somebody was interconnected there, and that could be how that could be. But I had an argument. So when I said that somebody that was connected to her mother, I don't know if this is like a family friend or something. Someone that was tied to her mother was tied to someone, one of the hotel workers or something. But that bad bet. They could have been doing that before, but somebody ended up in a bad bet of some type before. But somebody recommended her. Something going on with a bad bet before. There was some type of interconnection there that somebody tried to do, but then they tried to do it again. And somehow they came up with her idea with friend recommendation. So it was something about her. It ended up being I came from an argument. So something about her. The reason why they chose her was because it's some type of bad bet of a situation from the past, or something's going on also with some type of interesting argument, mother's friend, some type of interesting argument between the mother's friend and someone that worked at a hotel, or something interesting like that, or the mother's friend and the mother's friend and a classmate, the mother's friend and her classmate, and a friend that would meet. Someone that would be a classmate would be her friend. Something happened there with some type of interesting argument, or some type of money, some type of interesting argument that somebody had over money that she was being given. It just depends on what's going on. Somebody could have been given too much money. Somebody could have been giving her too much money. Was the mother giving her too much money? Sometimes I don't know if it's just like allowance but mother's friend. I keep getting this feeling of the mother's friend. I don't know if one of these elements. I don't know if one of these elements, but behind the scenes. I don't know if like one of her mother's friends is like deeply behind the scenes of a situation here. I keep getting lost bet. Something's going on with her mother's friend. Like one of the mother's friend ended up losing some type of bet that was on her, or so they lost some type of bet with some other situation that they had interconnected to her. The mother's friend lost some type of bet that is somehow interconnected to her situation here, which is really convoluted, but it'll make sense. She's saying that it will make sense. She said it will make sense. I don't know, further into the reading, something about that, but it's about money. It's further into the reading, it will make sense, But something could be going on here with it's giving me this feeling of neighborhood, but that's where argument happened. In her neighborhood, an argument happened. Based on people losing bets for not attached to her, but people losing bets, and it's something there was causing they didn't know what else to do. Something there was also causing frustration, and so like a classmate and a mother's friend and a neighborhood and whatever it was, somebody ended up losing their cool off of constantly losing a bet all the time. So somebody recommended put her in it. It's crazy to think about, but wanted to get back at mom. That's what I'm trying to get to. So they put her in it because they wanted to. Somebody behind the scenes wanted to. I get friend's mother. Something's going on with her friend's mother. The friend's mother is oh Lord. The friend's mother is her mother's friend. And something interesting is going on there. And something interesting is going on there between some type of argument, some type of somebody wanted to get back at Kenneka's mother off of a lost bet, but they had a loan. They wanted to get back at Kenneka's mother for some type of loan issue. So Kenneka's mother may borrow money from a friend. Kenneka's mother may have borrowed money from who is this now? Jesus Christ. Kenneka's mother may have borrowed money from Kenneka's mother, Kenneka's mother may have borrowed money from Kenneka's friend's mother, caused problems. So that's what I'm trying to get to. That something there caused an issue. Something there caused an issue. Some type of loan of some kind. It caused a problem. It could have been a lot of money, For whatever reason, Kenneka's friend's mother wanted to do some type of deal like that with the mother. But this is separate. That's separate. That's what caused her That's one element of what caused her to pass, because somebody's mother wasn't done yet. Somebody's mother or her own friend, somebody wasn't done with something there. And Kenneka's mother wasn't giving back fair share. Kenneka's mother wasn't giving back Kenneka's friend's mother a fair share of something. And so she hooked up someone. So she hooked up somebody. Wow. She hooked up somebody. Kenneka's a friend that Kenneka had. That girl, her mother hooked up somebody to do something really crazy to her. But it has something to do loan. It has something to do with a loan. Some type of loan. Wow, it's crazy. The spiritual self has the Knight of Cups. That's really shady, man. A lot of cups energies, a lot of cups here. The Knight of Cups energy could literally be water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces elements, but saviors. The Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces element, whatever water sign, they're like saviors. But only could stay somewhere for a certain amount of time. Like they could only stay somewhere for a certain amount of time. You know, they can only stay somewhere for a certain amount of time there as well. You know, I touch this card, I get nasty. So something isn't right with a Virgo element here as well. You know, I get sodomy. So I'm looking at the Virgo element. Something's going on with this element. That's why I said, what are they doing there and here? Rape was involved. Rape was also involved there. But part of ritual. So the rape was involved. That's part of ritual. But that's why they got more money back. So one of those King of Pentacles, whichever King of Pentacles energy, one of those elements, somebody could just be embodying that. It doesn't have to be the sign of the person, but the sign of Virgo is here. Rape. The sign of Virgo is here because somebody's responsible for some type of rape as well. That's why they were given so much money. That could be that could be also why they were given so much money. But sodomy is a part of the ritual. They have to perform that act. They have to perform that act on the person as well. But it's disgusting. So when I said it's disgusting, like it's disgusting that they were even asked to do that by somebody. She's like, why is this person somewhere? You know, but followed her. Why are they somewhere? They followed her. Like she could have left the room uncomfortable. She could have left. That's why the Eight of Cups is right next to him. I said him, but I meant I meant to say them, but the spirit said him. Why the Eight of Cups energy is right next? She felt uncomfortable. She could have left the room. Stop looking at her oddly. So he was looking at her oddly. The King of Pentacles energy, it was a Virgo. They were looking at her really oddly and strange. So she could, out of that uncomfortable feeling, she could have left the room. You know, she could have left the room. You know, she could have left the room. She felt uncomfortable, but kept eye on her also. The Queen of Wands energy kept eye on her when she left the room. They were watching her, stalking her because she's being ritualized here. So they're keeping stalker-like eyeballs on her every move. Wow. So they're watching what she's doing all the time. They're watching her walk, and they're watching her being dazed in the hallway and slipping but deleted a part of a surveillance video. So when I said they deleted part of the surveillance video that they were capturing of her walking and slipping and whatever it is. But all of this happened because this is craziness because somebody wanted to get back. Somebody wanted to get back at her mom. One of these elements, her friends, Queen of Wands energy friend wanted to get back at her mother or her. But it's because of a loan, like something crazy, some attachment that the mother had. Some type of attachment and some type of attachment that the mother had, but mother didn't know. An attachment that the mother had, the mother herself didn't even know about that kind of attachment. But should have gave somebody their money back. So when I said the mother should have given somebody their money back, this could be a really wrong situation here where somebody could have accidentally borrowed drug money. Someone could have accidentally, I don't know if this the mom or somebody in the neighborhood that was connected to the mother, whatever it is, or somebody like a small loan of some time of some type. Something about it could also be drug money. Something about that, and that could be why that could hooked up. That could also be why Queen of Wands energy was hooked up. And something about that the mother may not even know, oblivious to. Something about that the mother is also oblivious to. The mother's oblivious to something there. The mother's oblivious to something there. Wow. So she's being watched and stalked in hallways after drugging. So that happened after the drugging. But somebody could have caught her. Somebody could have caught her. Someone's going on with like what do you call it? Like putting their hand over her, like pretty much smothering her. But the spirit also said that part of the surveillance video with the rape was erased from the surveillance tape. The rape was erased there. The rape was a part of that. The rape was erased. But that's why I looked the way. She's like, that's why I looked the way I did. Hermit energy. That's what she's like. That's why I looked the way I did. She's like, that's why I looked the way I did. Something interesting that's going on here with her physically. Like I feel like she was punched. Also, I know it's crazy. I know it's TMI. I feel like she was really some type of battery that she experienced. She experienced some type of battery. But that was extra. So experiencing the battery is extra of what somebody did. I mean, yes, all of it will be extra, but it's the idea, everything it doesn't make any sense. But I keep getting this feeling. The reason for it, the spirit is ringing in my ear. Bad loan. It has something to do with a loan that she took out herself, that she used off of someone. But it's mother's affiliation. It has something to do with the mother's affiliation. Somebody's affiliation. Her interconnection between mom friend, her friend's mother. Something crazy like that with bad loans. That's why but some part of that loan is drug money. And somebody doesn't know that. This is craziness. The Five of Swords is in the mentality there. So Five of Swords will be her energy and not waking up. Her energy not waking up. She had a lot of drugs. I just feel like she had a lot of but gave her more. So she had a lot of drugs in her system, but somebody ended up giving her more. Like this is even after she was unconscious. I feel like somebody poured something into her mouth. See, even after she was unconscious, somebody went and poured something more into her mouth. They poured something else into her mouth there. After she went unconscious, period, from what she was already given, somebody poured more into her mouth there. They could have done that. They could have done that after the rape. I don't know. They could have done that after the rape and whatever it was, and then dragged her into the thing. The multiple druggings and whatever it is. Could be injections. I get thigh. Someone's going on with an injection in her thigh also. Something's going on with somebody giving her, somebody may have been walking around, but somebody may have been walking around with a syringe, with some type of needle, and they had it readily waiting for her to inject her into her thigh. But it's drugs, so she wouldn't wake up. They did more drugs. That's more drugs, so she wouldn't wake up. That's more drugs, so she wouldn't get up at all. So she could have I feel like she was, yes, she was unconscious, but I feel like she could have woken up if it weren't. I feel like eventually she would have woken up if somebody didn't. It's giving me this idea of being stabbed in the thigh with something multiple times, like some type of needle. It could be her arm also, some type of injection. She could have multiple of those in different and her back. The spirit's telling me her back also. Yes, the Five of Swords is backstabbing. Yes, it's extreme, but this is like, but also happened in room. So when I said that something there also happened in the room, like something there also, I don't know, was she that faded out? She could have been that faded out, but didn't realize what someone was doing. She could have been that faded out to the point where she didn't realize what someone was doing also. So somebody could have been injecting her while she was in the room also. But I keep getting, I was faded. She keeps saying like I was faded. She was really faded out. She was so faded out to the point where she's in the room with the people still at the party. She's in the room with them, but she's so faded that she doesn't keep getting an injection. She's so faded to the point where she doesn't even realize that somebody is giving her some type of injection of some kind in the room still. So she could have managed to leave. Felt odd. She managed to leave the room. She felt odd. But she didn't know, she wasn't cognizantly aware of the reason into why she felt so odd. You know? Wow, that's really crazy. Like it's crazy. Like it's like how It's, I don't know how much she was really. She was must have been really faded. I keep every time I touch this, I get injections. Like this is like how many? There's a 5 of swords. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The spirit said 6, so she could have been given 6 injections. Somebody gave her 6 injections. I don't know if this is like when she was out, like passed out, or I feel like she was given these while she was sitting. She was given some type of interesting injection while she was sitting. But I mean, when people are really drunk and high, and especially if somebody especially if somebody's throwing something into the what do you call it? Especially if somebody's throwing ecstasy and those kind of things in a drink, she could have been so cognizantly numb that she didn't even know that somebody was. She didn't even know, but felt a pinch. So when I said that, she felt some type of pinch also. She felt a pinch. Like some type of interesting pinch somewhere. But she may have been just thinking, she may have been too drugged. She was too drugged up to even think. She was really her mind cognizantly, subconscious was just numb and blurred. So she felt a pinch. She wouldn't even think what is that? She wasn't cognizantly aware because of them throwing things in the drink and stuff that she was drinking. But why? This is really interesting though. I find it interesting that she wouldn't see. I find it really interesting that she wouldn't look at drink first, or like whatever it is. Look at a drink first. She could have turned her head and somebody did something, but she still drank it. You know what I mean? It could be just as simple as, she was 19, elements of naivete and being around certain people, as simple as that. But it's just a mistake of just turn around for a second and somebody, but still drank it. Turn around for a second, she still drank it. She still drank what she had. But to get numb to the point, still sit down inside, but to get numb to the point where, like you don't feel an injection, but small needle. So when I said the needle was small, the needle was small. That could be why she didn't feel it. That could be why some of this felt like a pinch. She could have said, "Oh, what is that?" She could have been like, "Oh, what is that?" Wow. That's extreme. And the raping and going out into the hallway and somebody eyeballing her moves so that they were somebody following her down the hallway and whatever it was. And they could have walked around with a needle. Someone was also walking around with a needle. And all of that was deleted from surveillance video footage. Somebody walking around with a needle. She could have been wobbling around, walking in the hallway, and someone came. She was so numb and she was so drugged that she could have been just walking around in the hallway, and someone came up behind her and pricked her again with something. But she was so faded. But that's what caused me to fall. She was so faded. That's also what caused her to fall. She said that's what caused her to fall. Somebody coming up behind her with a needle. But that was also added on so that the rape would happen. Wow. Oh my God. That's crazy. The Page of Swords energy is here in a changing position. All right, so Page of Swords energy is there. This could be her taken advantage of. She was taken advantage of really crazily, but it's crazy. I keep getting an injection. It's crazy to the point where it's something's going on. The spirit keeps telling me something about an injection all the time. So multiple injections. You know what I mean? Like multiple injections. I don't know if this is it's giving me that idea that a lot of the injecting. Yes, it happened at parties. She's telling me yes, it happened at the party. But I feel like this is like I feel also, but couldn't be revived. She couldn't be revived. 5 of Swords is not being able to be revived, but the injections, the not being able to be revived, also has a lot more. That's why I said earlier on in the reading, has a lot more to do with the injections, like the multiple injections that she experienced by somebody. But it could be this person, the Virgo. There's Virgo here, the Aries female, whatever fire sign energy. That's the female. Drugging and having things thrown in drink, But the injections is what really did it. So the injections is what really did it. Like somebody managed to inject her multiple times without anybody seeing. But it was a plan. So they're not gonna be like, hey, somebody's sticking this in your arm and leg. I can understand if she is inside the room and she's sitting down on a stool or something, and someone pulls out a needle and sticks her in the thigh with some type of crazy drug. But it was the idea of it is to have her faint in hallway. The idea of it is to have her faint in the hallway, so she would be unconscious. But they continued, even as she ended up in the freezer, they could give her more. They could poured something into her mouth and gave her more injection, so by the time the EMT and those people came, she would be unresponsive. So they did that so that she would be completely unresponsive. The spirit emphasized it because if she wasn't given so many injections, or somebody didn't inject something into her, this is aside from drinking and drugging. Yes, it's drugging, but aside from her taking in something in fluid form or liquid form, this is needle. This is needle that is put into her thigh and arm that she didn't feel because she was numb. That she just sitting down and somebody did that, or she walking in the hallway and somebody did it from behind her back. Something odd like that, and something about that was clipped off. Somebody kept doing that, and even after she was unconscious, so that she would be unresponsive, so she wouldn't be resuscitated. And that was the whole idea of the situation. But that happened that happened all because somebody didn't get their money. Something crazy, like somebody didn't get some type of loan. Somebody that the mother was tied to, or some type of friend the mother had, or a neighbor, some type of neighbor situation. It was telling me something about the neighborhood. Somebody in the neighborhood that mother talked to often. Somebody in the neighborhood that the mother talked to often. That the mother took a loan from, or at somebody that person could have been asking the mother for a loan, and the mother may not have been giving that person a loan. I mean, giving the person a loan, like giving the person money, period. So they took some type of advantage. They took advantage of her, or they knew someone sketchy, a druggie. They knew someone that was a druggie to follow her, watch her in the hotel, or they knew someone that worked at the hotel. Bribe somebody to, if her mother calls, this person in the neighborhood that the spirit is saying the mother had some type of interaction with, that the mother is oblivious to, whatever it is, that person that should go to jail. That one person also should go to jail, but was at vigil. So when I said that person that is also is in fault behind the scenes, that person, it could be one of these elements here. That person should be in jail. Whatever it is, that person should be in jail. That could be why. That could also be the King of Pentacles energy. That could also be where the Virgo, the King of Pentacles energy underneath. Because one of those elements may have been in the neighborhood. Asking for drugs or asking for drug money. Something like that. And hooked up someone that they knew in the hotel to do something crazy with her. To do something crazy to her, or get her friends to betray her. Hooked up someone to get her friends to betray her with money. But with money, and the idea of the money is to tell that person, go into the hotel safe and take out $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 to get a bet to be orchestrated properly. Because they didn't get their fair share. They didn't get their fair share from the mom. Some type of interesting interaction that somebody had with the mom, or somebody the mother was tied to, some type of interesting interaction with someone in the neighborhood that knew the mother, something crazy like that. Because the mother didn't want to give, they kept asking. The mother didn't want to give somebody money also, and they kept asking. So they're taking revenge. They're greedy also. They're greedy. They're taking revenge, and they're hooking up her own friends and the friend's mother, and some craziness like that. To do something really sketchy. That's why she's confused. What are they doing here? But they raped me. So she's like, they raped her. What are they doing here? She doesn't understand. She was so faded. She could have saw just a little bit of their features. Like they just ended up showing up to someone that they weren't even invited to. That she's thinking, why are they there? Why are they there? She doesn't know why they're there. Somebody from the neighborhood, drug money. Someone from the neighborhood wanted drug money. and they knew that she was going to be at the hotel that their friend worked at. They knew that she was going to be at the hotel that she's saying that what do you call it? They knew she was going to be at the hotel that their own friend or their own affiliate worked at. And they're running through what to do with her precisely. Wow. But something about that was to get back at the mother for some reason. It's crazy, sick idea that somebody had. The Five of Pentacles energy is in the resolution going towards the Knight of Pentacles. So Five of Pentacles, they needed money. Virgo needed money. Whatever Earth sign Taurus, whatever. The King of Pentacles is underneath. Whatever Earth sign male. They needed money. They needed money. Five of Pentacles, and she herself could have needed money. You know, somebody needed money here. It's Pentacles energy going towards the Knight of Pentacles. You know, with people, and you know, I feel this feeling of one friend in fault, like one friend in fault, like one female friend that's a girl that's in fault, one female friend in fault. The Spirit just said that. I don't know if this is one female friend the mother had, but also guy. One female friend the mother had, and also some guy also in that lived in the neighborhood. The Spirit is emphasizing that someone was also on drugs, that somebody wanted drug money, but a neighbor wanted drug money. And a neighbor hooked up someone in the hotel. But something about that, someone may be unaware of that interconnection between a neighbor, hotel staff, between a neighbor or someone that lived in the neighborhood and hotel staff. And they orchestrated a bet on her there. Wow. Very interesting. I would have never thought, but yeah. I mean, I've seen a lot of people cover this. I just was curious what else was happening here with people, and it's just a lot behind. It could be a really convoluted situation, yes, and a lot of it is heavy. Part of it is heavily like ritualistic, in the sense where someone isn't receiving a loan. Someone wants to get back at her mother. Somebody wants to get back at her. They use her as bait for this, that, and the third. And then there's also this situation of being, getting like injections. But had bruises. Getting injections. She had bruises that would she had bruises on legs and arms that would clearly be indicative of some type of interesting I almost said objective. Yes, somebody had an interesting objective here, but it's what do you call it? An interesting I just lost my thought. Not objective. What do you call that? Interesting. What the wounds would be clearly the wounds would be clearly that would represent that she was I was stabbed also. Someone going to be being stabbed and those kind of things with needles or a knife. Some type of stabbing also with that. But I feel like it's serious injections that are happening there. Serious injections in thighs and arms. But didn't feel a thing. So she didn't feel anything. She didn't feel that. That's what the Spirit kept saying. She didn't feel that at all. She was numb. Like, she was just numb. Like, she drugged up numb. She didn't feel anything. She didn't feel that happening. Just crazy to me, because she didn't feel it happening. Something could have hit a vital vein there. Something could have been hit in a vital vein there also. But she wasn't feeling it for some reason. And the sodomy, and every time I say sodomy, it was part of the ritual. Like, it's part of the ritual. The ritual is to include some kind of sodomy, so some type of sodomizing situation that what do you call that? Someone's also lucid. So I'm picking up this card. Someone's also lucid. Someone that was responsible for raping her as well. Someone that they could have been on. They themselves high. They themselves were high. They themselves were high. The needles and those kind of things, someone the person that did do that to her, they could have been getting them prepping. They could have been prepping themselves. They've been trying to get high. You know, somebody was trying to do it. Somebody was trying to do that high also. Or they wanted her to be high. But it was too much. Like it wasn't meant for her to survive. That wasn't the idea that they had. It wasn't meant for her to survive that. You know? They just needed to be high. So they wouldn't think about what they were doing. Whatever. Wow. Alright, let's see what the outcome is here. Kenneka Jenkins. Gosh, there is the Taurus again. There's Taurus. It could be, I don't have any fire sign, Taurus / Aries, but it's the Taurus element. That could be Taurus. You got Virgo. You got men, or they could, one of those elements could be responsible for rape also. They're only male-like energy that's coming through here in addition to Queen of Wands energy. Five of Cups energy is here also in the outcome. Family. So the Five of Cups is grief that family is experiencing. They could still be doing that. You know? But something's also going on here with questioning, like, I keep getting mother's friend, questioning one of the mother's friends, questioning a neighbor, questioning somebody. Something's going on with that. That could be something that they didn't do or think to do. Somebody designed it. Somebody designed it so intricately. Somebody designed it so intricately so that hotel staff. The spirit is agreeing with what I'm going to say. Is somebody designed it so intricately so that they don't even realize that hotel staff joined the party and watched her and did something to her, gave her the drugs, injections. Or something going on with a mother's friend or someone in the neighborhood that is interconnected to hotel staff. They're interconnected to hotel staff, and had a conversation with had a conversation with someone in the hotel staff days prior to that. Days prior, they had that planned out to the T. But it keeps telling me loan. So it's because of a loan. Like money, like it's because that's why the Five of Pentacles there. It's because of a loan that someone didn't get or somebody wanted. Whatever it is. Let me do another outcome here. The Tower energy underneath. There's something gonna be going on here with the Scorpio element. Whatever water sign, you had all these water sign energies. Cancer, could be Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus. Queen of Wands energies, like Aries female, whatever fire sign female. The Ten of Pentacles is in the Ten of Pentacles is in with the Five of Cups energy here also. The Ten of Pentacles would represent, I was getting family, could also represent family, money, and those kind of things. Her family could be what was hers. Her family could be receiving some type of money that was supposed to be for her. I don't know if she had money for school or anything. She was 19, so I don't know if she had money for school. She could have had money, whatever she had saved. She could have also had money saved. For whatever reason, she had money saved. And somebody was after that money. Someone was also after that money. But that's what the mother said. So if she had money, the mother could have been saving money for her. She herself saved money. But the mother told someone that you daughter's money. You cannot have my daughter's money. You cannot have my money that I'm trying to save for my daughter's school and this, that, and the third. But someone wasn't listening. Somebody was clawing down the mother's throat for a loan that she constantly said that she couldn't give because she was trying to save it for her child to go to school or do whatever she wanted to do with her for her child. You know, someone wasn't being persistent. Someone was being really persistent with asking for a loan. You know, the King of Pentacles energy, and you got Virgo here. You got Queen of Wands. Tag teaming people and rape and sodomy and injections and druggings and craziness, whatever it is that's happening there, you know, because of a loan, because of her savings, Something, money that her mother was saving for her. Somebody wanted it for some reason. All right, so that's Kenneka Jenkins. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please email me or send me a direct message to my IG at Amani Ife 777. All right, so may your spirit go with, please be well. Take care. Bye.